Good morning, welcome to another episode of JM's Garage. My name's Jacob, currently at the Nolan Industries base camp, back down at James's place for the weekend, getting into it with the cars. If you guys haven't seen on James's channel already, he's got some pretty sick stuff going on. So he's just got this mural done up. And he's also got this done as well. All his favourite top 6 artists. And we were up last night trying to get the gearbox out of his S13 with an LS1 in it. Got the 180 with the RB25 and then the R32 as well. He's got all the shed progress and everything that he's been pretty busy with up on his channel, so make sure to jump across and check that out. It's been 2 weeks since I've been down here and done some work on the 180, so I'm absolutely keen as to get into it. I actually missed it, to be honest with you. Even though I can't drive it or anything right now and it's just a shell still in the early stages, man, I'm so excited. Especially after getting out to skid control last week and sliding the R33 around. There was a 180 out there on the day, and even though the R33 is freaking awesome and I love driving it, I was still like, oh man, I wish I was in my 180 like finished right now sliding that around. So that just gave me so much motivation just to get straight back into it and give it a red old crack. So first things first today, when I took the front subframe, like the whole suspension setup off Nicholas Cage, I didn't chuck the one that was on there back onto Special K, so I'm just doing that today just so I can lower the front on this and then raise the rear, and then I can swap the rear subframe over on them. So while I'm doing all that, I ordered some GKTech steering rack bushes, and so pretty much what these are solid bushes which sit down in here on your steering rack. So when you turn your steering wheel, what they do is stop your whole rack from moving left to right. It just takes any play out. So when I was at Matsuri with James, what happened was his rack bushes like fully went, and that happened on Saturday, and Matsuri is a 2-day drift event, so he couldn't drive for the rest of the weekend because his whole front like suspension setup was just completely out, like his whole steering rack was out, and it was just fully throwing him off. So like just something as simple as that, it's pretty easy to do, so I'm just going to do it now while I'm swapping everything over. So there's 2 bolts on each that you just get from underneath, and then once you undo that, you just take that off, and then you pull your rack up, and then these bushes come out. So yeah, these are the GKTech solid bushings for the steering rack. So they're really smart about how they design this and really thought it out when they were making it. So with these, you can obviously see that the base here, or this part of the bushing, is wider here and thinner there. So what that does is when you actually mount that to your steering rack, so this part here will, because it's thicker, will then push your steering rack that way, which in turn is pushing your steering rack forward, which then means more lock, and you can do more angle mods and whatnot. And also when you're drifting and whatnot and you want to get full lock, it stops your steering wheel from binding so much, which means when you full lock, it will want to spin back the other way faster. So just more control of the car and stuff like that. So awesome work from GKTech, which is no surprise, and I'm keen as to get these in. So here we go. It's taken me a little bit. I've been helping James get his LS1 and his T56 out of his S13, but finally got the everything swapped over. So this is good to move around and whatnot if I need to, and got the GKTech solid rack bushings in Nicholas cage too, so bloody loving it. Man, this thing still looks freaking wild, eh? Even though it's all in pieces, I still love it to bits. I've ordered heaps more parts for Nicholas cage this week, heaps of goodies. I can't tell you guys what it is yet because it's top secret, but you'll find out eventually. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'm bloody loving this build. It's freaking awesome. So I'm probably not going to have time to get the rear subframes out of each of the cars today and swap them over. So just for something that I can do for a little bit, I've just started painting the interior colour of Nicholas cage, not the actual. I've finished painting the cage, but I'm actually painting the interior now. So I've just like vacuumed out the rear of it and got everything tidied up. So that's what it looks like now. And if you guys haven't guessed already, the colour that I'm going to go with is white. So I'm going to have a white interior with the Mazda candy red colour on the cage. So it's the white and the red is really going to make the red pop, which is what I'm looking for. So I'm hoping it turns out really sweet. At the moment, just like I vacuumed it out, cleaned it all out with a rag, and now I'm just putting the base coat of the primer. So the primer will like sink into all the little nooks and crannies and whatnot, and then that will create like a nice even surface as much as possible for the actual white paint, and then go over the top of that again with a nice really thick coat of gloss so I don't damage the paint after going to all this effort. So I'm just going to start on that now, and I'll show you guys what it turns out like.
Party all day, party all night. Say you wanna party, let's party all night. Party all day, party all night. Say you wanna party, let's party all night. Party all day, party all night. Say you wanna party, let's party all night. From the club, now she wanna stay with us. Came to spend it all, don't care what I'm paying for. Used to be too young, now I'm out here buying the bar. Every time I look up, it's another red cup. Bunch of niggas in the game, but they ain't playing with us. They just paying enough. Man, them niggas ain't ballin', they just laying it up. Saying they does, I'm just rolling hella weed while on my way to the club. I had to wait at the club, but now I don't, cause everything is on me. The drinks is on me, the bitches, the hotel, the weed is all free. Get high, me so high, we see the whole street. We fly, me so fly, we need a whole wing. Everything is on me, the drinks is on me, the bitches, the hotel, the weed is all free. Get high, me so high, we don't see the whole suite. The flight to a level where you gon' need your own key. TGO, no driving, no sleeping, live it up like it's the weekend. When the DJ play the right song, gon' drink, gon' party all night long. No driving, no sleeping, live it up like it's the weekend. When the DJ play the right song, gon' drink, gon' party all night long. Party all day, party all night. Say you wanna party, let's party all right. Party all day, party all night. Say you wanna party, let's party all right. Party all day, party all night. Say you wanna party, let's party all right. Party all day, party all night. Say you wanna party, let's party all right. Driving, no sleeping, live it up like it's the weekend. And the DJ play the right song, don't drink, don't party all night long. No driving, no sleeping, live it up like it's the weekend. And the
So just used up all my paint that I brought for today, and that was just primer. I brought 3 cans of white primer, and I've used them all just in this one little area. So obviously primer's not going to really show you what the finished product is going to look like, but imagine that the newspaper and everything wasn't there, and this was all like candy apple red with the white. Like, I think this is going to turn out pretty freaking unreal, but I don't want to get myself too hyped up too soon before it's all done. But I'm pretty excited. So that's pretty much all I'm going to have time for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Please share with your mates or anyone that you know that would be into this kind of thing. It's into cars. So pretty much just ring your nan, ring your pop, you know, message your aunties, cousins, dog walkers, babysitter, and get them around the channel and get them around the build, because I'm sure they're going to freaking love it, because it's freaking awesome. Alright guys, see you next time.